1, 2, 3.
Good
morning, Bubus. Good morning, guys. We are the Bubu Future. I am General Future.
And
this
I'm
is
Minny.
Minny. And here we are, bringing you another episode. What we do on our day-to-day is we go out and we find cool clothes, great objets, stuff for around the house, some art, and we offer it up to everyone out there to help beautify their lives. The topic that we wanted to talk about today is based off of a funny TikTok that Minnie showed me of Chelsea Handler talking about her brother and the fact that he's a bad parent.
So she claims. Who knows?
So she claims. And her questioning his reason or his stated reason for why he had a kid. So let's go ahead and watch that now.
I said, why are you even a parent? I said, you're not very good at it. He said, Chelsea, I had to think about my legacy. I said, who are you talking to? Is someone behind me? What are you talking? You had to think about who the fuck are you to think about your legacy? Who do you think you are? That people are waiting to see what you leave behind on this earth? Your legacy is that you're my fucking brother.
So good.
Classic.
So
oh my
good.
Gosh.
So funny. Chelsea, you're a real one for this one. So let's unpack that a little bit.
Let's get into it.
So the first thing she's talking about is, accusing her brother of being a bad parent. Right? And whatever, that was just like for the joke, right? It's just it's just a statement that she threw out there. It's a hook to get people to be like, oh my God, like what is she talking about? And she's asking, why are you a parent? You're not very good at it. And so that's like the hook of her judging her brother's parenting ability, which, I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
But she then goes into like, you're not good at it. Why are you deciding? Why did you become a parent? And the answer that he gave her was,
Think about his legacy.
he was thinking about his legacy.
Yes.
Like, and the joke, the response to her brother saying that is like the funny thing, because number one, Chelsea, out of the two of them, obviously Chelsea Handler is like a huge celebrity and everyone knows who she is, blah, blah, blah. She's famous. So she's able to say that your legacy is that you're my brother. And that's very funny. But I think the reason why this joke lands and hits as hard as it does is it's kind of pointing out the obvious, which goes largely unsaid, and that's why we want to talk about it a little bit today. And that is, what is a legacy, and what do we think about it? Like, what do we think about the concept of legacy being the reason why you do things? Something as impactful as having a child, as bringing new life into this earth. Isn't that kind of presumptuous and ridiculous? Like, as a man, I understand the base desire to want to make sure that I can leave something behind on this earth. And I think that's something that we've grown up hearing a lot from our parents, from people in our lives that are like, it's really important. Your legacy is all people have to remember you by. And while that may be true for a couple years after you die, I'm not so sure it means anything in the long run. And it confuses and bewilders me as to why people are so wrapped up and they think that it's a good answer. They're like, oh, you know what? My legacy is important to me. They think it's like an honorable thing.
Do you think if they just said, because I just want to have kids, that would be...
I think that's a non-answer also, because you can still ask why.
Right.
Well, why do you want to have kids? Right? That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think this whole idea of legacy is something that can cause a lot of people some distress or anxiety to think about when they think about their own lives in the grand scheme of things. And when you start thinking that way, it's very easy to feel like very small and unimportant because you know, me, I'm just an individual. I'm already having a hard time, you know, feeling worthy as it is. Maybe if I bring another one of me, now it's 2 against the world, and it feels a little bit more comforting. But really, the concept of legacy is so myopic, in my opinion. It's very short-sighted, nearsighted, and it's very selfish in that, you know, the way that Chelsea presented it that way anyway, where her brother said that he had a kid because he was thinking about his legacy, but like, what good does that do anyone, right? Because Minny, you've talked about yesterday on our episode talking about, you know, being child-free and finding purpose without it. I think, like, doing things for legacy is kind of a cop-out for choosing your own purpose.
Yeah.
And to say that you want to have a kid for your legacy, it's kind of a very easy thing to say, like, oh, I'm pro-life. You know, I'm against abortion. But then when the kid is born and then there's all this other stuff, like, they're not interested in helping those people either because they're like, the parents should take care of their kid. But you were making a point about men feeling that they need to have kids for their legacy.
Yeah, I just feel like men don't really, not all men, obviously, but I think just across, you know, in general, men feel just, I don't know if it's innate or if it's something that's just been passed down, but they just feel like they need to have a child. And I think a lot of men don't even realize what that entails or means.
With the responsibility that comes along with it.
Yeah.
True. And that's what I mean about the short-sightedness, is people will say that I'm doing this for my legacy, or I'm doing this so people will, you know, have something to remember me by. And I think it's insane.
It's insane. I'm laughing because if someone said that to me, I would not be able to have a straight face.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, get over yourself.
Get over yourself.
Like, go touch some grass. Go do some grounding.
But for so long, I think it's a very it's a very common conception.
It's almost to the point where it's just like almost a given.
Yeah.
It's like you should be thinking like that.
When you ask anyone what legacy means, they can more or less tell you the general idea of like, oh, it's what you leave behind for future generations. And for some reason, we feel that that is our individual duty to do that. And I'm not sure how to go about saying this without coming off as selfish and not thinking about that. But I think the main point that I want to bring up is the way to go about building a life that is worth remembering. I don't think the purest and truest way, I think, is just to, again, just do what you can with the time that you have and focus on doing that the right way. And whatever legacy is left behind and whatever people will remember you for is going to happen as a natural result.
So you're saying live in the moment. Don't be so colored by your fears of the past or the future. And by living in the moment and being true to yourself, that will naturally create ripples. And whether it is a legacy, you know, want to call it a legacy or something, it is, you are leaving, like, I guess, an imprint or like your...
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, like it or not, you're leaving some kind of an imprint.
Right.
I think I'm just trying to take some of the pressure off for the people that may be watching this, who may feel that the lives that they're living or the things that they've done in the past somehow are not leaving behind
Like living up to the standard.
living up to a standard that they've built up in their head. And, you know, first off, those shortcomings and those failures, they exist in your head only. I don't think it's one of those things where you don't have to worry about future generations thinking about, oh my gosh, that guy Dave, what a jerk. I heard he was a real asshole. You know, that, I don't think that kind of concern is truly valid. It does exist, certainly, but all I'm saying is that it doesn't need to be clung to and held on to. But the very concept of legacy, and legacy is like very tied into bloodline. And that's a topic that I want to touch on as well. And
Good point.
the idea that we believe in more so is that the consciousness that lives in me, lives in you, is the same consciousness that lives in everyone else, which ultimately all adds up to the one consciousness that just is. And I'm not denying the importance of every single piece of that consciousness, but what I will say is that you thinking that it's not enough or not good enough, or you thinking that it's awesome and is like the best way to leave behind a legacy, I will say that it's unnecessary and brings a lot of unnecessary distress into the world. Whereas if we have the ability to just live the moment and do what's true to your heart, you have the ability to not only have a good time in the meantime, but lo and behold, your legacy will be
It just radiates.
based off of that, the good positive energy that you're experiencing in the now.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. And we're back. We had a near emergency. Mookie, our cat, was pushing dishes off the counter.
Yeah. Anyways.
But anyway, what I was saying before, not important.
It's important to me.
No, I'm saying it's not important that I continue the point. The point is the point.
Yeah.
Don't concern yourself with this idea of legacy that lives in your head and that you're not living up to a certain mark.
Right. Because they're,
Because first of all, given any number of years, X number of years after your death, no one's going to remember you. And even if you have kids, just multiply that, by any number, and no one's going to remember them either. And I don't mean this to be, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer about how unimportant everything is. Like, on the contrary, all I'm saying is that because those things in the future don't matter as much as you think, and clearly the past doesn't matter as much as we think. The idea of living up to a legacy or leaving behind a legacy that is of some importance it's a mental trap that helps no one. And if anything, it serves others. People use that term to try to trick you into thinking that you need to do something in order to live up to a certain standard. And what we're here to do is try to knock that BS down. And just remind you guys that there isn't any standard that you need to be living up to. You are good as the way you are, and you don't need to be anything more than you are in order to be worthy of this life.
Yeah, you are enough.
You are enough. And anyway, with that, that's today's show. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We hope you can free yourselves from the chains of the past and the anxiety over the future. Just be here now. Be happy. We have the power within us.
Yes.
We are the Bubu Future, and we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.